Yo, what is going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back for another OPKC video, and in today's video, we're diving back into the 10-star Kizuna Clash against Moria with some boosted teams that utilize both Yorkie and Brook. So, these particular teams you guys will see in today's video are my teams that I'll be using to start with, and I sort of wanted to put them out there just because I want to do a playthrough video on them. Plus, there has been something that's come to light for myself, which I do believe is still what I originally thought, being the interrupt for the set chain multiplier. Let me know down below what you guys interpret that as. I always interpret it as a set chain multiplier as a min-max, so setting the chain multiplier at a minimum to a maximum. But it could also mean setting the chain multiplier in terms of changing it from the 1.3 incline to a 1.75, or whatever that Zoro Sanji ability slash Anniversary Zoro, when he first released the ability, actually does. So let me know which variation you guys think is the play. If that is the case where it's not the one I thought of, we'll have to tweak the teams. But that's why you guys got to hit the bell notification, check out the playthroughs, and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff for me, as it helps me out an absolute great deal. So let's take a look at the Kizuna Clash information. I'm not going to break down the quest because I've done it in about 400 different videos. If you guys want to check it out, just hit on Quest Guide over on the screen, and it is going to let you know exactly what you have to deal with. I'll do a quick run through, but basically in today's video, as I mentioned, we're going to be using Yorkie and Brook. So if you guys did know summons, look, this video is probably not going to help you out, but I did do a whole bunch of other videos doing like no Brook friend captains, EXP teams, you name it, it's out there. Shooter, Free Spirit, Cerebral, get all the good stuff. On turn 2, there's 1 turn of Silence, an attack down if you blow a 2.5 chain boundary, and a barrier for 4 good taps. After level 31, all these teams are designed for that. You have all the regular blowaway stuff. Silence, there's a barrier. Attack down if you've got Strength, Dex, or Quick slots. Full bottle block orbs, immunity except for boost damage taken. Normal attacks only, blind on your bottom row, a special reverse on your top row, as well as any intimidation if you use an attack up or a slot effect boost. I believe it gets reduced by 1 turn, so very annoying stuff there. But we're going to be running double Brook. Obviously, Brook just gets around pretty much everything. He's super class. I always get that mixed up. Super class from his bind. It gives the cooldowns to himself. He can be an orb booster. He can carry it over into the next turn, and it works out really hunky-dory. For this particular team, I'm utilizing Rayleigh on turn 2. And I'm also using a Brook super type as well. Utilizing the superclass. The superclass of Brook is going to give me a chain multiplier, and then you can use the Rayleigh special to bypass barriers with your Cerebral characters on turn 2. It's pretty much all he's here for, plus he can actually activate the super tandem of Boa. Now, the reason I bought Boa is she can be a chain boundary on the final stage, and she's also going to be our Super Tandem character, plus she gives a conditional boost with her Super Tandem. I actually have a spare copy sitting there, so mine's maxed out, which is a lot of fun. And then with Rayleigh, you can trigger it that way. Obviously, Shanks is going to give color affinity to Slashes and Cerebrals, so he's going to be our color affinity unit. He's also going to increase Yorkie's attack boost, which works very, very nicely. Finally, Yorkie's here as he gives int orbs through block, but look, we have Shanks for Psy orbs, so it's potato there. Yes, I will level up my Yorkie, do not stress, I'll definitely do it. He has an attack buff, and then if you have Brook, he extends the duration of chain multiplicative buffs and adds it a further 0.7. So the combination of those two work exceptionally well. Moving on to the Dex variation now. This is one of the ones where I had a bit of an interesting tidbit of information about the chain multiplicative. Dex, Quick, and Int get all the good stuff. On turn 2, you get a 50% HP cut. Left side gets blinded. You get a full water block orbs and take 100,000 damage. On the final stage, Moria has all the blowaway shenanigans. Attack down if you're below 4. 3 turns of an orb buff. An intimidation if you use a base attack boost by 1 turn, or it might be 1 stacked. Full immunity except for delay. Normal attacks only. 10 turns of special reverse on your captains. And silence on your left-hand column. If you use a chain multiplier addition, an attack boost, or a set chain multiplier. Now, that's the big one there, set chain multiplier. I believe that means min-max, setting the chain multiplier for a min-max. You are going to have to deal with 4 turns of damage reduction and 4 turns of threshold. So, this is where I want to test it, because I brought Zoro Sanji on this team, and that's where the big test comes into play. But on turn 2, you're going to basically need to use the Brook special and super class to remove the bind. You get 3 turns of an orb buff, works out pretty nicely that way. And then you can use Yorkie for an attack boost on the final stage. You have Ace to give yourself a conditional boost, and he's going to increase the color affinity that this Luffy gets. So make sure you use Ace last. But you have Zoro Sanji as well, so you can utilize Zoro Sanji's special before utilizing Zoro Sanji special before utilizing Luffy, because Luffy's going to remove the damage reduction and threshold, so it'll all kind of weigh in on if we have... it'll all kind of weigh in on if the set multiplier of Zoro Sanji triggers that interrupt. If it does, I brought backup for Luffy, and honestly, that is probably going to change a lot of my Super Boss teams as well. But look, for this particular build, I did bring backup for that, because it says right here, it boosts the chain multiplier by 1.75. So, I don't know if boosting the chain multiplier and setting the chain multiplier are two different things. But, look, they definitely might be. Like I said, let me know what you guys think down below. Moving on to the final variation now, and actually, this might actually answer it for us. Brook and Yorkie are the boosted characters for the side variation. Powerhouse, Freak Spirit, and Cerebrals, I think, get all the good stuff. No, yes, I was right. Resilience, Lock Orbs, and Threshold on turn 2, as well as a full board of Block Orbs. On the final stage, there is all the regular blowaway stuff, 50% HP cuts, special limit of 2 times, damage limiter up to 70%, full immunity, normal attacks only, just spare for 6 turns, attack down if you blow with 3 times chain boundary. A chain multiplier is 3 or less, so yeah. If chain multiplier is 3 or less, so yeah. I don't know, man. And then intimidation that reduces the effect turn by 1 if you use a slot effect boost at all. Then you get 150,000 damage on death. So very, very annoying stuff there. But what we're going to do here is use Luffy with the Momo support to take care of turn 2. Literally, Luffy with Momo, he takes care of everything. He gets around the block orbs, he gives you an attack buff, he removes the thresholds, it all works out really, really nicely. You can also use a Brook special here if you want to as well, but I would hang on to the Brook special because you do need to do some cheeky stuff on the next turn. On the final stage, you remember you are going to lose a turn of an orb buff, so when you use Brook, it actually goes down to 2 turns, which is fine, instead of being 3 turns. And then you can save the other Brook to give yourself resilience because you're still over 50% HP. With the damage threshold, so that should work out pretty nicely. I believe that should work out pretty nicely, because you should be above 50% HP, and then you get a heal, I think. You get a heal with this guy. If the slot effect boost was launched... ooh, okay. Well, yeah, look. You gotta use Brook one turn, then you gotta use him another turn. Basically, you just want the resilience of Brook. Like, that's what we're aiming for here. We have Kid Killer as our chain boundary unit. This might actually answer the question for us, because they have the tap timing bonus, and then it says set the chain multiplier minimum value at 2.5. So I believe it's set chain, but hey, look, we might be off the mark there. Perona's going to give us a conditional boost for 3 turns, because she goes through immunity with her negative effect, which works out really, really nicely. I believe she only applies the negative effect for 1 turn, which is kind of annoying because she is going to give the conditional for 3 turns. Yeah. So, the conditional's only for 1 turn, but hey, we move. Overall, you should have enough damage. It's just all about sort of where to use your specials and how to use your specials. You can make damage reduction supports. I'm sure you can throw Mr. 3 on for the death hit. Yeah, you could. Mr. 3 support should work fine, and should be all hunky-dory there. But they're my teams. They are using boosted characters, and hopefully the set chain multiplier is what it is, but we'll have to wait and see. Make sure to hit the bell notification for all the playthroughs on all the teams you guys have seen in the videos. If you have enjoyed the video, belt the like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. Most importantly, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you all for watching, and I will catch you all in the next one.